Greetings everyone, my name is Greg. In this video, I am going to talk about, do you tell a child that there is no Santa Claus? This was brought to my attention by a friend of mine when I was at work because him and his wife had a bit of a disagreement over, do they tell their 2-year-old daughter that there is a Santa Claus? His wife is adamant in no. Because to her, it's not lying to their child. I understand where she's coming from. And I also can understand where the friend of mine is coming from as well, because he is looking at it not from a religious point of view, but the holiday season and all that happy jazz. What I had pointed out to him is you don't need Santa Claus and all of that crap in order to enjoy the holiday season and all that shit. So in that regard, I think Santa Claus is just a symbol of a bigger issue for him. And that is something he has to work, or him and his wife have to work out exactly whatever the core issue is with him. But for the purpose of this video, I'm more interested in the question itself of, do you tell a child that there is no Santa Claus? Now, I had asked the friend of mine, are you going to tell your child that there's a tooth fairy or an Easter bunny? To which he said, no. Then what's the difference? To which his wife immediately agreed. I could see he became defensive about it because, well, I'm logical. I use logic. And sometimes when he was going by emotion, and that is where I am convinced that there is a bigger issue than the whole Santa Claus thing. Because the logic is undeniable. The thing is, the implications behind do you tell a child that there is a Santa Claus ties in directly with the bullshit with religion of, do you tell a child there is a God and an afterlife with a heaven and hell type of thing? Because with the Santa Claus myth, what you have is the carrot and stick. If you're good all year, you will get presents on this December 25th crap. If you're bad, you get a bucket of coal type of thing. So it's one, you have the carrot and stick, but you also you're setting up in the mind of the child the idea of looking to the future to getting some reward for how they have behaved and so forth. And this type of mindset I am very much opposed to, because it is something that I see having aspects of it with people all through their life. The idea of, I'll be happy when I get this new job. I'll be happy when I get this promotion. I'll be happy when I get this thing or that thing. That they're looking to the future and not enjoying what they have right now, as well as using this same type of mindset of fantasizing about some future event or future time frame to being why they have to embrace the idea of a God or an afterlife, because they want to have this hope of something down the line, and that they aren't really enjoying the life that they have because they're so preoccupied with what's going to happen in some future afterlife and so forth, that they completely disregard the life that they actually have. And this is what I see. The Santa Claus issue doesn't directly lead to this, but it does connect vaguely. And that is where I think it can be a slippery slope. That if you start bullshitting a child in order to have a feel-good type of story, in a sense, where does it end? how far does the bullshit go? If you're going to say it is only regarding Santa Claus, why does Santa Claus get special treatment? It is no different, really, than saying, well, we're not going to tell our child about Santa, we're not going to tell them about the Tooth Fairy or Easter Bunny, but we are going to tell them about God and heaven and hell. Why? There is no evidence for any of this shit. Now, my idea and my impulse to let a child decide for themselves, in a sense it sounds good, but if I would have a child, it really wouldn't work. Because for the same reason as the religion subject, I could and I would make it that a child of mine, if I would have a child, would be able to learn about the different religions, especially because of the interviews that I do and the videos that I do on the subject. You could pretty much guarantee that they would know and be very well armed with what is actually in the damn book. The thing is, my anti-theism as well as atheism would definitely be something that they would pick up on. So in that regard, you can't really shield a child too much from what your position is on something. You can to a point, but I think sooner or later they're going to put it together as far as, okay, mommy and daddy don't really believe this, so why should I? And it can raise questions in the mind of the child. I do feel that teaching a child critical thinking and being skeptical of claims is a good thing. But I also feel 2 years old is a bit young to be trying to, in a sense, teach critical thinking. And I'm not even thinking that at 2 years old that a child is going to be necessarily asking. So it's one, to me, I think they're kind of jumping the gun at this whole Santa Claus thing. But if a child would ask, I would definitely say, tell them the truth. Say, want to know there really isn't, but here's the story. And I would also encourage people, it's something that I'm interested in, and I do it with my girlfriend, the aspect of a Just 'Cause Day. Because I'm not real big on the idea of, if you're going to do nice things for people, waiting for some preset day of the year to do nice things, that you're obligated to do nice things and get things for people on this particular day because that's what's been decided. I don't agree with that. I do feel if you're going to do nice things for people, why not do it because you can, because you want to, not because you're obligated to. The aspect of just 'cause, that you don't need to have, I'm obligated to because of this time of the year or date on a calendar, but rather because I want to. I think that would mean more. The aspect of because I want to, not because it's this particular time of the year. But I would love to hear your thoughts and comments on this, especially regarding, do you tell a child that there is no Santa Claus or things of that nature? My personal feeling is you don't tell them there is, and largely you let them make up their own mind as much as possible, but your thoughts on it and your position will come through to them. They will pick up on it, even though you may not verbalize of yay or nay. Like I said, feel free to leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Later, people.